So now we just have to speak with old Tan, I guess, he's here, as I recall. I wish there was music here. There's all this ambient noise, but why isn't there music? There should be some kind of Citadel-style music.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
Yeah, oxygen level's too low.
That's true of every world we found.
But maybe that weather machine could fix it.
We were discussing your next expedition.
Alright.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules hers.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself.
How generous of you. I don't think I needed your approval,
the scourge
but...
dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way.
Why would it
and
be?
Now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
What do you mean, how?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost.
I think I'm going to turn the
Bring more colonists out of
anti-aliasing back up.
stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to
Next
support
time.
the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Alright, we'll get him.
Okay. But you said every planet you found is unlivable. So, how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
So you have no idea.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
And if I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
Just point me to my ship and I'll be out of here.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer. And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
Alright, let's talk about it
I
right
was
now.
wondering about that. Ah.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam Node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
Those eyelashes look so weird.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, we've leveled up. And Andromeda viability points is us making the place more livable, which is our main objective. Very good. 10, let's talk about those arcs.
You have my condolences for your father.
You should have said that
I
earlier.
appreciate it.
It would have been a nicer way to open the conversation.
Although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Any information?
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain. But tens of thousands of colonists
Yeah,
are
I don't think we can
unaccounted
spare
for.
tens of
It
thousands.
paints the initiative in an unflattering light.
I think it's more than a
Did you
PR
have some other
disaster.
business?
Missing arcs, let's talk about that.
Any more information you can give me on the missing arcs?
No, and that is the distressing part. The Asari, Turian, and Solarian arcs are completely unaccounted for. If they had the same problems with the Scourge that we did, I fear the worst. Should you find any clues, please investigate. Without the other arcs, the promise of the initiative can never be fulfilled.
Fair. Alright, I'll look into it, buddy.
Are there any other arcs we should expect?
We had hoped Quarians would be part of the first wave, but before departure in 2185, we got word they had technical problems with their ship. It seems they're also bringing along Drell, Hanar, and other species as well.
All the fun parties
Managing all
from
of their
the
biological
original
needs
trilogy.
cause complications. We won't see them for some time to come.
Yeah, alright. Let's talk about you, buddy.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
You don't sound like you're in charge, then.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Gian Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7
You were an
leaders
accountant.
above me died. I was next in line for the role.
Revenue management.
So, you're an accountant?
Yeah, that's what I
Don't
just
let
said.
that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry.
Why I apologize.
So how does anything get done?
In theory, Kesh handles the Nexus's physical operations, Kandros runs the militia, and Addison manages colonial affairs. I oversee all of it. In practice, we argue, debate, and yell at each other until a decision is made. If we're lucky. It is maddening.
Seems like you need some leadership training, my friend. Nexus problems. Anything I need to solve?
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
How did she die?
How did Jean Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years
Oh,
and
they
died
died
before
peacefully
they
in their
even
sleep, I
woke up.
guess. Well, not peacefully,
Jean
but
Garson never glimpsed Helios.
in the
She
sleep.
never saw her vision realized.
In their sleep. Scourge disaster. Tell me about this space seaweed.
Kandros mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished.
Great start.
Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane
Oh, we read
Kelly.
about her.
She used to be one of ours.
The former leader of your militia.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
Harsh.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan
Very
demanded
harsh.
a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved.
No, we don't like
Their
you, do we?
muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting
Racist.
and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species.
One of them is
Long
running your
ago, they
entire
waged
goddamn
nuclear
station, dude.
war on one another. Their planet was
Your
decimated.
chief engineer.
My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before.
That's fair.
We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons, one for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness. Finding the thing that eludes them, the thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
I don't think I need to know more about this. Well, I don't need to know about this, but let's know about more. Let's see if there are any aliens here.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arcs.
But not any native
The
aliens.
hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix.
And you already talked
As a
about that.
Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them.
Well, just
Nothing
you
else in here
personally.
has changed that.
Anything else I need to know from this guy? Planet viability seems relevant.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the
That
cat
sounds like my
or
gig.
other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting
Discouraging.
and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
Tell me more.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask.
Why?
It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that? But seeing as how every colonization effort has failed, it's just theory at the moment. You get to test it out, Ryder.
Alrighty. I think that's good. Let's get out of here.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
You've talked my
I'm
ears
happy
off.
to help. You will find our futures depend on each other's success. Good luck.
Later, dude. Alright. What else is around? Nice office, by the way. Look at all this mess. So I guess we're done here, and now we need to go back to the Hyperion. Well, let's look at a map of this area. Doesn't look like there's much to do or places to go other than go here. We should talk to this person first. That's the murderer dude that we're supposed to... What happened here? There's a random side mission here. What happened?
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Oh, then it's no problem. You don't need
Stuff
those.
exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past week.
That's not good. Sorry, understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this.
Uh-huh.
I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
You can trust me.
Sounds like a lot went down before
I'm the
that period.
Pathfinder.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this.
Nope.
You weren't even here during the mutiny.
I'm innocent.
Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Innocent as a newborn. Yeah, sure thing, dude.
Sure thing.
I'm a helpful
What can I do?
individual.
If you could scan these other panels while I fix
I'm sure
this
you'll
one,
pay me in experience
that'd really
points.
help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
Alright, man. Let me set this as my active mission. Why do they break these things down into so many different categories? It's kind of annoying. Okay, so we'll do that. It's already selected as my active mission, I guess. Like, I don't see why they subdivided this thing into so many things. It's just kind of hard to manage this way. Let's save. We've done a lot so far. In case of a crash or something, I don't want to lose my place.
Be careful.
Let's start over here. And scan. How do I scan again this?
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay.
Okay, it looks like it's up
Scan
there.
and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
This is a mechanic they introduced way back in the DLC where they did the heist, I think.
Scanning power junction relays.
What was that called?
This panel is
That was the Kasumi DLC.
Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
Alright.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Alright, let's check the other ones now. This one seems pretty close. There's another one here.
Scan and trace
Follow
the
the
wiring to
wire.
locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Did it go this way, or it actually looks like it went back up top? And did it go all the way into caches? No, it went here apparently.
Scanning. This panel has been tampered with.
Send the data to Raj.
Yes, Pathfinder.
Alright. It seems like this would be pretty easy for Raj himself to do, wouldn't it? Or literally anybody with an Omni tool. Oh, that looks pretty natural, isn't it?
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Okay.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels. as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Uh-huh.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
On the Hyperion. Well, we gotta get over there and stop her before she breaks anything, or him, I don't know. Before they break anything over there. But first, let's talk to this fellow.
Engineering update.
Hey, buddy.
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilken Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story.
Yeah.
Nilken, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanting to chat with you.
The Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
No, I'm not the one to do that.
I'm not here to exile you. Told your wife I'd look into things.
At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Right.
Why didn't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
Arguments do happen.
Last I checked, getting into a spat wasn't against the law.
There's more. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. Witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Let's not draw any conclusions.
I'm so sorry, that's awful.
We were close. He was a stubborn son of a... I admired that about him. But I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
The evidence, yes, the evidence will decide.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
I guess we gotta speak with Kandros over here. Oh, Candy.
No news on the Turian Ark yet? Or is this militia business?
I'm a detective
I
now.
spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on
A private
Eos.
investigator.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the
Why would you
colony
think it'd be our
attempts
last?
failed, it didn't help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
So there was a trial and he was found guilty?
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
You don't trust him?
And you assume he's lying?
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there.
All
As far
right.
as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Very good. Let's do those
Bye,
things.
Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Where's the console? Recording.
The Nexus versus Colonist Nilken, Evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Okay, and I gotta speak with a witness somewhere.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw.
Where's the witness? They said the witness worked in operations. But this is operations. Not sure. I'm supposed to go down apparently. Let's go down, but I'm not sure. I think that's actually taking me on the other mission. So let's go back to our journal. Let's do that. So that it tracks us in the right direction over here.
Engineering
You?
We are working on
Oh, even up here.
more power from the Hyperion.
Alright, that's how the pathing works. Cassidy Shaw. Nice haircut.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with.
You guys may not have power here,
The
but
audio recording of their fight?
you got amazing hairdressers.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the chief. He looked right at Nilkin and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Why was the chief shocked? Obviously, maybe you think he just got killed, and that would be pretty shocking. But let's find out more.
If they'd fought and Nilkin threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The chief's heart was broken right before
Jeez,
he
everybody's a
exploded.
poet here.
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't
really
my place
relevant.
to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic. If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
Were there a cat?
Did you see any cat in the vicinity?
Aren't those the
Nilkin
people
said
that
so,
were
but
fighting?
Not that I could see.
That were threatening
Still,
them?
the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Did Nilkin seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilkin in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been killed. The reality of the act sinking in.
Alright.
I appreciate the information.
Of course.
We'll
It
investigate
kills me we
this.
had to leave him behind. He deserved a proper funeral.
I believe
body
there's
was
more
never
evidence on
examined?
EOS.
Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
But I'm going back. But I gotta speak to Tan first before I go back? Jeez Louise. Tan.
Something I can help you with?
I'm looking into the Nilkin Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to EOS and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
I'm going there anyway.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
It's a good point.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
Let's see what the body says.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope
Reasonable.
anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
I'm here to serve.
Yeah. You do seem to be doing mostly the right things, even if you are kind of a jerk. Back to the sabotage issue. By the way, I think I leveled up along the way. Yeah, I have 3 points here now. I'm not sure if I really want to keep investing in Nova. It was helpful in the moment, in that fight where I took it. But I don't think I'm going to put a ton of points into Nova right away. This thing will give us more power the more we invest in biotics, and better recharge speed the more we invest in biotics. And recharge speed is going to be very important for our build. I don't want to have much of a cooldown on important skills like charge. So we could invest in a couple of points in that. We could put 3 points here to get more damage and force out of charge. But I don't think that's the most important thing. The other alternative is to start investing in combat and make ourselves a proper Vanguard. A Vanguard would have also combat abilities. Combat fitness is something I definitely want to put points into. Undo changes, yeah, I don't want anything just yet. And this is similarly set up to the biotic one, where the more you invest in combat skills, the more effective this thing is. So in terms of combat skills to invest in, obviously any of these weapon skills would be handy. This grenade's not a bad thing just to have, right? Because it's just kind of free. Turbocharge isn't bad either, but it unlocks a bit later. I think for now, let's keep going down the biotics path for now. Where's barrier, by the way? I need 9 skill points in biotics before barrier unlocks. I definitely want barrier. For now, let's do... This thing only restores 50% of my shield, huh? Alright. I think this is going to be really worth the investment a little bit later on when I have more points in charge in the first place. So let's put those points into charge, and then this will be valuable when we get it later. So on charge, let's just do this for now. All right, confirm. Yes, we're good with that. And our teammates have levels too. Cora has 2 points. Cora, what do you get out of here out of Asari Commando? Anything? Just better shotgun damage. And then just better general things, I suppose. So you got 2 points, so we can improve all kinds of things. Let's just do this for now. Let's keep you alive. Confirm and exit. And then Liam. Let's try to keep you alive a bit too. 20% max shields, because you seem to be dying a lot last time. And we'll just hang on to that other remaining point for now. Let's save the game again. We did a whole bunch of stuff. I don't want to redo any of it in case of a crash. And then... I don't have any skill points. Journal, let's go back to sabotage. Yeah, that's already selected as my active mission. And so let's follow it. Is this the way to the tram? I think it is. Hey Cora, what's up?
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you.
Did they? I didn't feel that way.
Madison, first Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
I'm glad you're on my side. Nothing I couldn't handle.
I expected something like that. I can handle the pressure.
Good to hear. I worked out logistics with Director Tan. They're giving us a ship and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
I still need to head back
Screen
to
looks
check in with Sam.
weird.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how
Like
your
it's
sister's doing.
in 3D or something, by the way. It's weird. Where are we going, by the way? I mean, I thought I was going to get like an option about where to go, but it just... I guess it decided where I'm going. Let's go this way. Anything going on here? Anything I need to know about? No? All good? Excellent. Let's go find this saboteur before they blow up our ship. Aha, it's you.
Zara Kellis?
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it.
Give them to me.
Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Funny. Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Pattle's. A third party seems likely.
The real saboteur could be setting you both up.
Because we both figured out something was going on? That would make sense. It's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find something there.
You stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cams.
All right.
Raj, you there?
Yes. How did it go? Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile.
Oh, I guess that got cut off for some reason. Now we have to go back. Okay, you do get to choose where to go. So the cryo bay and operations. Now we're going back to operations, so we can deal with this sabotage situation. And knock off this mission, if we can, before we leave the Nexus. And go to EOS.